The movie opens with the protagonist, Michael Newman, an architect juggling a demanding job and family life. His boss, John Ammer, piles on the workload, leaving Michael little time for his wife Donna, and their 2 children, Ben and Samantha. Despite the strain, Michael cherishes moments like watching Dragon Tales with his kids before heading to work. One day, John presents Michael with a career-defining opportunity to design a luxury hotel for a Japanese conglomerate, dangling a promotion as an incentive. Excited but conflicted, Michael must balance work commitments with family obligations, including a camping trip and Ben's swimming race. The latter event introduces him to Bill, Ben's swimming teacher, sparking jealousy and leading to a mocking comment about Bill's red speedo. As the family gathers for 4th of July fireworks, Michael is absorbed in a phone call with John, drawing the disapproval of his mother, Trudy. She warns that Michael's workaholic tendencies and unhealthy eating habits could lead to an early demise. Meanwhile, Michael's father, Ted, captivates the kids with a mysterious quarter trick, refusing to reveal the secret even to Michael. Back at home, a clash arises when Michael proposes postponing the camping trip, leading to a heated argument with Donna. Eventually, he assuages her concerns, diving into his project research by immersing himself in an Asian architecture documentary. However, a momentary lapse results in a mishap with Ben's helicopter remote, prompting Michael to embark on a quest for a universal remote control to ease his frequent mix-ups. His journey takes an unexpected turn at the retail store Bed Bath & Beyond, where, exhausted and disheartened, Michael discovers a mysterious section labeled Beyond. Here, he encounters Morty, a peculiar figure who guides him to a vast warehouse named Way Beyond. In an act of unexpected generosity, Morty hands Michael a peculiar remote, insisting it's free and explaining that good guys need a break. The remote, Morty claims, will magically program itself with a mere point and click. Perplexed by the unexpected gift, Michael learns that it's non-refundable. Returning home, Michael resumes his documentary and project work. However, his concentration is shattered by the incessant barking of his dog, Sundance. Frustrated, Michael points the remote at Sundance, lowering the volume and commanding him to stay silent for 5 minutes. Miraculously, the dog complies, leaving Michael bewildered but dismissing it as a hallucination. Once Michael takes Sundance for a walk, he becomes impatient waiting for the dog to find a spot to relieve himself. Frustrated, he uses the remote to fast-forward Sundance, successfully speeding up the process. This discovery astonishes Michael, convincing him of the universal remote's extraordinary power. Intrigued, he decides to explore its capabilities further by using it to revisit his past. Emotionally moved, Michael watches scenes from his childhood, including playing football with friends at Lake Winnipesaukee. The next day, Michael delves deeper into the remote's functions, using it to skip through various aspects of his daily life, from family dinners to arguments and intimate moments. Surprisingly, he realizes that fast-forwarding through intimate encounters results in a quick climax and a lack of memory about conversations and commitments made during those moments. Concerned and confused, Michael contacts Morty for an explanation. Morty reveals that during fast-forward, Michael's body operates on autopilot, going through the motions while his mind skips ahead. This realization leaves Michael living a seemingly normal life but without any recollection of the experiences. Following this revelation, Michael exploits the remote's capabilities to fast-forward through unpleasant experiences such as sickness, cold showers, and traffic. In a crucial business meeting, he presents a design created in autopilot mode to the Japanese businessman, Mr. Watsuhita. Initially going well, the situation takes an unexpected turn when Michael's exuberant boss, John, unintentionally offends Japan's baseball players, mistaking their names for Asian dishes. This blunder leads Mr. Watsuhita to excuse himself for a private discussion with his team. An anxious Michael attempts to eavesdrop on their conversation but struggles to comprehend the Japanese language. Employing the remote once again, he translates and amplifies their conversation into English. The tactic exposes the Japanese team's dissatisfaction with Michael's design, criticizing it as if it were inspired by a poorly researched documentary on Asian architecture. As Mr. Watsuhita plans to conclude the meeting with Jell-O shots at TGI Fridays, Michael seizes an opportunity. Leveraging the overheard conversation, he impresses Mr. Watsuhita by discrediting his design, proposing to create a new one that prioritizes maximizing profits with additional rooms. This strategic move earns Michael's company the coveted contract. Ecstatic with success, Michael celebrates by buying gifts for his family. When questioned by his wife Donna about the source of his joy, Michael falsely claims that he has been promoted to a partnership by John. Donna shares in his excitement, but the next day, Michael discovers the truth. He hasn't been promoted, leading to disappointment and a twist in his professional journey. In actuality, Michael's promotion hinges on creating the construction plan for the hotel and securing Mr. Watsuhita's commitment, a process that will span several months. Crushed by this revelation, Michael, in a fit of frustration, utilizes the remote to pause his boss, John, and impulsively slaps him. Following this unexpected action, Michael adds a humorous twist by playing a prank and jokingly farting in his boss's direction. The narrative shifts to Michael contemplating fast-forwarding to the completion of the Watsuhita project. Seeking guidance from Morty, he receives a peculiar analogy involving a leprechaun and a pot of gold that turns out to be just cornflakes. Although Michael doesn't fully grasp the metaphor, he decides to put a hold on his remote-driven plans. Back at home, Michael's lingering frustration spills over onto his children. The atmosphere grows tense as he ridicules his kids' drawings. The tension escalates when he starts mocking their food choices, causing tears from the children and sparking a heated argument with his wife, Donna. Recognizing his error, Michael, now bothered by his actions, eventually succumbs to the temptation of using the remote to skip ahead to his promotion. To his surprise, he finds himself at a promotion party, only to discover that John took an entire year to fulfill his promise. During this time, strains developed in Michael and Donna's relationship, necessitating marriage counseling. Furthermore, Ben and Samantha have grown up, outgrowing their childhood fascination with the Dragon Tales cartoon. Amidst the challenges, Michael receives the heartbreaking news of Sundance's passing. Overwhelmed with grief, he regrets not allowing his late dog to engage in certain behaviors. Confused by Michael's emotions, Donna offers comfort, and amid their sorrow, Michael makes a heartfelt promise to change for the better. Desperate to keep Donna by his side, they share an intimate moment, but the remote unexpectedly fast-forwards through the encounter. Puzzled by the remote's autonomous actions, Michael seeks Morty's guidance. Morty reveals that the remote is now using its memory to anticipate Michael's preferences, a concept ahead of its time reminiscent of Google's predictive algorithms. Michael realizes that he inadvertently fast-forwarded through an entire year, leading to skipped intimate moments and various life events. Frustrated and regretful, Michael attempts to return the remote to Morty, but it stubbornly reappears in his hand each time he tries to discard or destroy it. Determined to regain control, Michael resorts to extreme measures, such as going to the office on a bicycle without showering, to prevent automatic fast-forwarding. Unexpectedly, John shares plans of retirement and travel to Morocco, making Michael the new head of the international division. Shocked by this sudden promotion, Michael learns that every account he touched has turned into a success. John even speculates that Michael might one day become the company's CEO, recognizing his exceptional contributions to the firm. In an abrupt twist, Michael finds himself propelled 10 years into the future, surrounded by wealth but burdened by morbid obesity. Hastening home, he discovers that his children, Ben and Samantha, have grown into teenagers. Both Ben and Michael share a common struggle with obesity, while Samantha has embarked on her journey into the world of dating. Shockingly, Donna has divorced Michael and is romantically involved with Bill, Ben's swimming instructor. Consumed by rage at the sight of Donna's new relationship, Michael attacks Bill, triggering a heated argument. The family dog intervenes, inadvertently causing Michael to collide with a wall, rendering him unconscious. 6 long years pass before Michael regains consciousness, only to learn from Donna that a coma revealed cancer in his body, leading to years of intensive treatment and a subsequent heart attack. Miraculously, Michael is no longer obese, having undergone liposuction to save his life. Returning to the firm, Michael encounters an adult Ben, who has shed a significant amount of weight through workouts with Donna's husband, Bill. Despite Michael's offer to treat the family to ice cream, Ben drops the bombshell that Grandpa Ted has already passed away. This news devastates Michael, prompting him to visit Ted's grave, where he is overwhelmed with grief. Using the remote, Michael transports himself back to the last time he saw his father. The poignant moment unfolds as Ted visits Michael's office, extending an invitation for dinner with Ben. The bittersweet journey through time offers Michael a chance to relive a cherished memory and reflect on the weighty consequences of his past choices. In a poignant encounter with his father, Ted, an autopilot Michael callously rejects Ted's invitation without a second glance. Undeterred, Ted persists, offering to demonstrate his favorite childhood quarter trick. However, Michael, agitated and harboring a long-standing knowledge of the trick's secret, lashes out at his father, shattering the old man's spirit. Ted, with tears in his eyes, apologizes and departs, leaving Michael drowning in a sea of shame and guilt. Suddenly, Morty materializes, expressing regret for orchestrating the meeting with Michael's father and revealing his true identity as the Angel of Death. Enraged by this revelation, Michael attacks Morty, only to witness the mysterious figure vanish and reappear behind him. Fearing the consequences, Michael implores the remote to transport him to a good place, catapulting his years into the future to Ben's wedding. On the joyous occasion, Michael is overjoyed to reunite with his mother, sharing a long kiss. He encounters an adult Samantha, who now refers to Bill as Dad. The revelation stirs intense pain in Michael, leading to a heart attack at the realization of being replaced even as a father. He awakens in the hospital that night, with Ben and Samantha by his side. As the nurse escorts Ben and Samantha out, Michael learns that Ben is foregoing his honeymoon for a business deal, adding another layer of complexity to the evolving narrative. Concerned that Ben might repeat his mistakes, Michael summons the last of his strength to follow them out of the hospital. Despite his efforts, his body gives way, and he collapses with his family by his side. In a feeble voice, he imparts wisdom to Ben, urging him to prioritize family and apologizing to Samantha for not being there for her. Expressing eternal love to Donna, Michael peacefully passes away. Suddenly, Michael finds himself reawakening in Bed Bath & Beyond. Relief washes over him as he discovers that everything is merely a dream. Outside, he is thrilled to see his familiar, crappy, mediocre, middle-class car. Returning home, he embraces his family and pledges to spend more time with them. To his surprise, he finds the remote on the counter along with a note from Morty, revealing that he has been granted a second chance because good guys need a break. Morty expresses hope that Michael will make the right choices this time. The movie concludes as Michael discards the remote in the trash, rejoicing as it does not reappear.